Hi everyone and welcome to Riverside Crafts. I'm Ray and today I'm going to show you how I do my fabric reusable crackers. You make them in different sizes. I'm going to show you the size, this one today, so you'll be shown how to do this one, and it just pulls apart quite stiffly, so you've got good ones, nice good hold in it, and then it'll go back onto itself. Same here. Okay, and you just slide back in, which makes everything really simple and easy. And like I said, they can be made in different sizes, even up to giant big ones with fancy bows on, which are perfect if you're keeping them in the family. That's the best way to do it if you're keeping them in the family, so everybody can have a go at one. So, however, if you're going to be giving them away and they are a gift, instead of doing them out of fabric, how about doing them in brown paper? So you've got them all done, recyclable and not done, ready to go. And the bigger version, this one is hiding in it a nice big bottle of wine. Remember to drink sensibly, I have to say that, because I'm not supposed to be promoting drinking. But it's a nice way of hiding a bottle rather than it being how you would normally do it. These tags are available at Riverside, as are the little tiny fir cones. The bit of this is a bit of my old Christmas tree that I chopped off, so it's a little bit of that, and then some red berries on sticks, or you could make your own red berries. So I'm going to show you how I make my fabric one, and you do exactly the same. I just either scale it up or scale it down. This is made using A3 cardstock, which we have now in stock at the shops, just so you're aware. Right, time to write down measurements. Okay, here's my fabric. We've got this in stock. It came in yesterday when I was in the shop, and it is so cute. I couldn't resist it. Right, we're going to have two pieces of A4 cut in half. One you're going to measure at 16 centimetres, and the other you're going to put a line at 17. You're going to do two strips off another piece at 5 centimetres wide, and they will have the same measurement as what's on there. So that one will be 16 and that one is at 17. Okay, your fabric is 30 centimetres by 26 centimetres. All right, and that's just so we really have enough to go round. All right, and my glue is just pin flare bookbinding glue. I'm not using any fancy fabric glues or anything to do this, so it just sort of, it's quite easy. So first of all, I'm going to roll my bits up. Okay, so I put my glue on here. I'm going to take this round and I'm going to line it up to the line that I've put in that says 16 centimetres. Okay, now this is where it gets difficult. You haven't got enough hands to hold everything in place. I haven't. So some pegs or some clips make life a little bit more easy. So here we go. It's some clay. I've got some clips here, and I will just use these to hold it in. I also use a little bit of sellotape just to hold that down while it's gluing. Okay, so just make sure I've got glue along that edge. Push it down and put a bit of sellotape over it just to hold it in place while I'm gluing. So I'm going to get the sellotape the right way up. There we go. Done. So that's my first roll done. Okay, so that's one side. I'm now going to do the other one of my end pieces, and this one again is going to be 16 centimetres because this is going to go on to the end of here, and I'll show you why it has to be the same measurement in a moment, and why it can't be smaller or bigger or whatever. It needs to be the same, as each tube needs to have a little one at the same size. Okay, so we'll do this one now. This one is at 17 centimetres. Let's just put it on and glue it in place. Get my clips again. Come on, you. There we go. Thank you. Okay, and that one's clipped and glued and drying. Okay, so that's those bits for a minute. Now, on pieces of paper, make sure you keep the bits to each one together so you don't get muddled up. Bits of fabric. Now, I'm going to have a piece on one end that's going to turn in. So to make it so it looks neat, I'm just going to go fold a piece over and I'm going to but basically that means I just draw my fingernails across the edge of the fabric to press it in position, and now that will stay there. I can put a bit of glue on it just so it doesn't go for a walk, and it will just, that will help it hold it so that when I flap it over on the end it'll look nice. All right, so I'm going to put this here, put some glue on the back of it so it doesn't go all off and funny. Now look, you can see I'm leaving a little bit here that I can push into there, and I've got my main area here. Okay, and I'm going to get this one, put some glue on it again, line them up as best I can, like so. So they're sort of lined up. And what I'm going to do is put some other glue on. Okay, and I'm going to take this one side edge here will be turned in as well, because this is going to be the one that is, you'll have a piece of fabric edge that you'll see. The other one will be tucked underneath. So I'm just going to finger press that as well, so that looks neat. So I'm going to bring this one over first. It's going to go that way. So I'm going to roll it onto the fabric nice so it goes on as best as possible. Okay, so that's my roll on. Line of glue down there so that stays nice, it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue here so that this stays where I want it to go. Right, now I'm going to put some glue on this piece of fabric here. Can you see? So this is going to have glue all the way along across it, because I'm going to glue this into place. They're quite quick to make, so it's quite nice. You're not spending ages and ages messing around trying to get them all to be sorted. Okay, now this edge that's got the rough edge on it, it's going to be inside. So this one's a smaller one. This one you're not going to see this edge really, so I'm just going to tuck it in. Okay, and I'm just gluing it inside and tucking it in place so that it just looks nice and neat. All right, this end I did the turnover on, I'm sure if you remember right at the beginning. So I'm just going to put my glue around there so it looks neat, and then I'm going to just press that in. Okay, so it looks neat. All right, so that's one piece done. Just going to put my clip on to hold the fabric in place while it dries. So that's one side. Okay, and if you look, I've got a nice bit here that I can tie up. Nice and quick this is, which is one of the ways I like to do things. It makes life easy. Finger press one edge along, finger press again, because this is the bit that's going to tuck into the end piece. So that's like so. Borrow my things, put my glue on here and put it in place. So about there-ish. A bit of glue there. Line them up as best I can. Cool. I'm going to glue over here. Thank you for joining me. If you come on, I will write the dimensions and everything onto the comments at the end so that they're there for people, so they know what sizes I did and how I cut it. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this side. Turn my rough side in so it looks neat. And this has got my end that I finger pressed on it, so I'm just going to put some glue here. Okay, and then I'm going to turn that one in, like so. Right, so that's looking good. Put a bit of glue there to hold that in place for a minute. Okay, piece of ribbon. The ribbon's just from my stash. It's stuff that I've got sat around at the moment because I'm just going. I'd forgotten to pick up one yesterday that matched in, and so I just went in my drawer to see what I'd got, and this is what I found. So I thought, ha, this will work today without too many problems. Okay. That's one bow done. Take that one off. Do this bow. Try and make sure that this sits at the bottom, the seam bit, so that your decoration all sits on the nice smooth bit at the top. It just looks nice when you're finished. If you're going to put decoration on it to finish it off, or what you're going to do to it, put a tag on it. One of the nice things about this is you can actually put whatever present you want in it, and you can buy the snaps that you can glue inside them as well. We normally have them in stock. I didn't ask Caroline yesterday. I didn't think when I was stood there. I'm sure she'll tell me if they're in or not. She'll leave a message and say, we've got them, we can use them. That'll go on to the... Right. So this is the larger size, and this is the smaller side. And literally, they will just slide onto each other to make your cracker, which looks like that, nice and cute. And you can just decorate it with the tags however you fancy. This is a little shaker one that I've made. I can do that one, or we can put a more fancy tag on it if you want to. We can decorate it with some little embellishments that I've got laying around, and put a bell on it, which is quite nice to do. So you can really play with these bits when you're doing them, and you can make them as personal as you want to. You can put names on them, do whatever, and then they've got a cracker that you can use again and again and again. So it's really good for the environment, nice and recyclable, and you can make it incredibly personal, which is what I quite like to do. One of the other things I like to do at Christmas is to make gift bags. Now, some of you will go, oh, I hate sewing, and that, so it's no good for me because it's made from fabric. There isn't any sewing. I don't do sewing when I'm doing quick things, not for Christmas. So have a piece of fabric that is, I can tell you, it's 42 centimeters long, because I've folded it over already, and it is 19 centimeters wide. I've already done my finger pressing down each side and across each end. I'm just going to glue this end in here so it looks neat in a moment, and so that then can go over there quite nicely. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a line of glue all the way down here, and on the other side. Bring it over to the top so that they match up. Push down so the glue sits in place. It's not a major issue if all your lines aren't up together, because the fabrics are the same. Okay, and there's your little bag. You tie it up. It's a nice little gift bag for somebody, which makes a nice Christmas present. Get a ribbon and go. just going to get some paper to just stuff in the middle of that a second. A little bit of tissue paper. Where is it gone? What did I do with it? No, it's here. A little bit of tissue paper just to stuff inside it, just so it looks a bit better when I'm doing this for you, so you can see. Bell on it. Can wrap the ribbon around the back, bring it back around the front, tie it into a bow. And then we have another nice little bag, gift bag, all done up, ready. Nice one to put your chocolate coins in for your little people, or you can make it a bit more grown up. Here I've just cut some holly leaves out, put some fluffy stuff on the edge, and then I've used some head pins with red pearls on to look like the berries. But it's exact. They're both done in the same way, with some scraps of fabric and a bit of ribbon, and that just makes it quite nice. And I'm not wasting anything then. I've got no wastage from having the fat quarter to make my sort of cracker from, and done this, so it's nice and easy to do. If you're wanting something slightly bigger to put a present in, you can make yourself a square version. Do exactly the same again. The inside, the one that's on the inside wants to be 1 centimetre smaller when you've got on in its diameter than the one on the outside. Otherwise, and these are just 2 pieces of A3 cardstock, and it's just been decorated up. But it's another way of making up what you'd like for Christmas. Nice and simple, and do while I'm thinking about it and I've got the time to do it. Because I had some inquiries. I'm just going to show you how I do my big fluffy bows again, just so that you've got them there to show you. Makes life easy, and that because it's nice to decorate the larger ones with a big fluffy bow. So some really nice ribbon. We have got this one in at Riverside. I was down there yesterday and I just loved this one. It was so pretty. And that Caroline was opening more boxes of stuff. I think today is the Sue Ryder sale, so you ought to pop down and have a look, and help the charity as well. That's having a nice one. A good excuse to go to the crafts shop, I think. 1, 2, 3, yep. So it goes round. You want to wrap it round so you've got 3 layers in a circle, and you've got either tag left, a bit on either side, about the same. Put it in the middle, piece of wire, or this is a pipe cleaner. It's what I had in my hands earlier, so I thought it'd be easy to do. And that, so you then pull out your leg pieces and just pull these out so that they're all where you want them. And you've got a really nice big fluffy bow, which looks stunning. Put it on a present. And then you just twiddle it up to how much you want to make it look however it is you want it to look, as fluffy and as puffy as you like. So there you go, one big fluffy puffy bow as well. So today I've done Christmas cracker, my no sew bag gift bag, and the fluffy bows. So I hope that's helped with different ideas for wrapping that are recyclable, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.